Hey, this is Sebastian for the Metal Gods Meltdown, and I'm joined by...
Hey, this is Britta. I'm the singer in the band Cripper from Germany. I'm here in Hanover.
Follow Me, Kill was released at the end of last year. How pleased are you with the feedback from fans and media so far?
Oh, I can tell you, we're extremely pleased with the feedback we've gotten so far. I mean, for us it was kind of like we wrote the album in a completely different way than we had written any of the previous albums. So the album turned out a little different. I would say like the songs have a larger variety, stretched a little more towards the edges of what is metal or even thrash metal. So we were really curious to see how people and the press would react. But the feedback it's not 100% positive, of course. But we are very, very happy with the feedback, and most of the people are very pleased with it.
The video for Into the Fire is excellent. It looks a lot of fun. Was it difficult to film and keep a straight face, or was that pretty straightforward?
Well, it was a lot of fun to film. I mean, I had the vision for the video, and especially for these pig masks, and I crafted them myself. So it was very cool to see like our friends who we invited as actors for the music video. It was fun to see them putting on the mask and bringing these characters to life. And it was, well, it wasn't so like funny in a way, but it was just like it gave me goosebumps, because you know when you have like a vision in your mind and you bring it to life, and everything like comes together beautifully. It's just a very, very, very cool moment. But we had a lot of fun filming, and I can tell like being on a table where people are eating and performing on that table at the same time is something. It's something else.
If I was totally new to Cripper, which 2 tracks from the new album would you play to me to introduce me to you guys?
Oh well, that's really easy to pick. I would pick the song Miniteku, which is the last song of the album, to show our faster and complex and heavier side. And then I would pick the song Running High, which shows our more like intense and mellow side, I would say. So these 2 songs probably mark the opposites of this album.
And of course, all the songs are your babies, really, but if you had to choose one track off the album today to be your favourite, which one would that be and why?
It's probably a tie between Into the Fire and Running High. For me, particularly as a singer, Running High is a song where I can really show my range. You know, like I go from softer, clean singing to harsh growl vocals, and also like for Into the Fire, I'm especially happy with the way the lyrics turned out. So yeah, it's a tie between those 2.
Follow me into the fire. Follow me into the fire. Follow me into the fire. Follow me into the fire.
The
Your voice is phenomenal. How do you maintain the growls when performing? And when was the first time you realised you had such a gift?
Oh man, the first time I realized that I could produce sounds like that was probably in my early childhood. Like I kind of never gave up on that. Like I was always making funny sounds and screechy noises and everything. That's always been my thing. And still today, when I'm focused on something, I tend to like produce sounds, and then my boyfriend comes and like, yeah, you're realizing you're making sounds and weird noises, like it's annoying stuff, and then I don't even realize I'm doing that. But I found out very late that all these growl tones that I could produce were of any use for making music. Like it occurred to me much later. So then it was just like a natural process for me to follow that path and create something with it. And the way I maintain it is just like I keep training and practicing regularly, at least like 2 or 3 times a week when we're not playing. And I really do my warm-ups and my cool-downs before and after each show, so that I keep my voice like in shape. Like I look at it as if I was like an athlete or so. So I warm up and I make sure that my body is in a good fitness shape. So it's really not whiskey and smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you next. I mean, after the shows, do you get to hang out with the fans, or do you just hide away to rest your voice?
Oh, never. I never hide away. Like usually like I take down my stuff from stage, and that takes me like 5 or 10 minutes. And while I'm doing that, I'm humming and do all this stuff like to do the cool down, and then I'm the first one to go to the merch and talk to the fans and hang out with them and have a beer with them and have a chat with them, because I mean this is really like what's the real income as a musician is like when people who like your music get a chance to express it to you. So like this is like really one of the big fun parts. I'm really not shy at all, and I love chatting with everyone.
You formed back in 2005. What would you say has been the band's biggest highlight?
I would say, our most productive years have been from 2011 to 2014, I would say, where we played so many shows, or even starting 2010. So many shows, and where we like played really big festivals and toured with Overkill like through Europe and stuff like that. So I'd say like this whole very intense phase, playing live and so many shows was very, very big. And of course, like to be on the virgin 70,000 tons of metal was especially an adventure, I would say, because no one knew what was about to happen. No one had seen any pictures. You wouldn't know like how this whole experience would feel, and everyone was like kind of like in this adventurous feeling, like okay, let's do that. So that was probably one of the biggest highlights, I would say. Yeah.
Cool. And so, what does 2018 hold in store for Cripper?
Oh, we just announced some very sad news. We're actually going to split up. We made that decision in November to split up, and this is like, it's really for I think very valid reasons. I mean, we formed in 2005, and all our private and social lives were so much closer together than they are now. I mean, like we have on the one hand family fathers in the band who want to spend more time with their family and with their kids, and on the other hand we have some people in the band who are like doing the complete opposite. Like they just want to be, including myself, be out on the road and be constantly playing shows and writing music, and when it comes like to such an environment where no one can really do what they want to do, one cannot be with the family and one cannot be on the road all the time, then we realize that the tension is just growing between us, and it's influencing us in the way we look at Cripper. And looking at we had so many great chances to be on the road with Follow Me Kill as an album and supporting this album and promoting it, and we could not take any of these chances, and this was very sad. And we realized that it's probably time to give up on the band, to not let the band down. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like to hold it in a good memory, and to not like let it drain and drip everything out of it that we also give to the fans. So yeah, it's a sad moment actually, but you know, it feels right, and it's slowly starting to feel relieving, you know, to not being like held back by your baby at the same time when you want to promote it and be out. So yeah.
What's the plans for yourself then for 2018?
I started to sing in a second project about a year ago. Well, this is nothing to do with Cripper breaking up. Like, as I said, like my whole approach was to create more music and just have the chance to play more shows. So I play in a death metal band called Critical Mess, and we're about to put out our first full-length album, and it's going to be out in March. I'm looking forward to that, and this is like one of the grips I'm holding on at the moment. Like, this is really mood lifting for me, and I really hope that for the others as well, there will be chances to stay active artistically, no matter if it's just like music or something else. Yeah. So like thinking about like doing some solo work, maybe like solo. I mean, I can't play like all the instruments, but like something that's just solo. Yeah, my solo ideas. Yeah.
So will Cripper be playing any final shows?
We are playing several shows in until June. We added a couple more since we know that we're going to break up, so we want to take the opportunity and play in front of as many fans as possible and give them the chance to see us again. So yeah, there are a couple festivals coming up and single shows, yeah.
Okay, which 2 thrash albums would you play to me to introduce me to the scene?
Oh, that's a tough one. I would probably pick something very old and classy. Maybe I would pick The Master of Puppets. Would be something that's okay. This is kind of where it comes from. And then I would probably pick something new. Maybe I would pick something by Silosis. Maybe their last effort. I don't know. Was it Dormant Heart? Was that the last album from then? I would probably pick those 2.
Can you remember the first time you ever played live and how it felt to have people watching you?
You mean with Cripper or in general?
With general, like when you first ever stood on a stage in front of a crowd.
That was actually in kindergarten, and I can remember. I was playing a hedge, and I was covered in a green something, and I was playing a hedge while all the other people had roles where they can speak. And I remember sitting there and taking my role seriously and be the best hedge that I could possibly be, and thinking to myself, I will never ever be that hedge again. That was my honor. I was really angry and disappointed that they gave me the role of a hedge. It was like, I'm not a hedge, but I played it very well. Like I was very hedgy. And the first time ever that I can remember that I played in bands before, but I had never ever performed my own artistical output until I was in my mid-20s. That was a kind of a change when I stood on a stage and singing or playing music other people had written. It never felt that, or even in theater or whatever I did, it never felt like I was being criticized, or I was being giving the applause or deserving it. But when I started performing my own artistical output, that felt completely different. It felt very personal, and there is a certain, I don't know, there's a certain, it's serious, and I'm taking, when I'm entering a stage and performing my own art, it's serious business for me. Not saying that I can't be criticized in a bad way. I can take that and I can work with that, and I'm thankful for bad critique as well. But it's a complete different approach as an artist to put yourself on display and your own personality. I don't, in Cripper and also in Critical Mass, I'm just myself on stage. I don't put on an act or a role. So it's like opening up, and it's sort of here, this is me, and this is my personality, and this is kind of like a peek into my diary, especially when you write lyrics. And this is, it's intense, and I can't, there's nothing on this planet I love more than playing live, really. It's right on the spot. When you make a mistake, you can't redo it. It's done, and you can connect with the audience. And then when the spark hits the audience, and it comes back to you, this is kind of back and forth thing that really is just an upward spiral. It's the best feeling ever. Not standing there and being admired. That's absolutely not what I mean. But it's just you connect with people you don't know through a medium like music, and I think that's very cool. It's nothing that I love more.
What would you say is the best and worst thing about being in the music industry in 2018?
It's not easy, and it doesn't have to be easy, to be honest. What I think is the best being a semi-professional musician is that you do not have to make money with it. Mm-hmm. So that gives you artistic freedom. You just don't have to care if people will like it or not. And I think the worst thing for semi-professional bands is that you can't make money with it. So like with Cripper, we've kind of been on the edge for several years of how much we could put into this project time-wise alone to run this band, but the step to be making enough money to support all the band members with it was still like huge. There was in no way enough money to support us doing this full time. So like the step of making this professional is just there's a gap. There's such a gap between that, and I think that's also a problem of how music, or how metal music in particular, is perceived as a cultural value. Like, I mean, look at all the jazz artists and whatnot. I know that I don't know like how it is over by you guys, but like here it's like when you play jazz or a jazz club, you run a jazz club, let's say that, like you can get so much money like from the cities and from the country, like too, because it's like it has a cultural value, and those shows might never even be sold out, but the artists still get paid a lot of money. And this is something that we need to change for metal music as well. Like it just can't be that you put so much effort and to become a better artist into it, and then the clubs can't pay you enough to play that you can maybe even get your costs back that you have for your rental van and gas and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's probably the hardest part.
The metal world has produced so many amazing female vocalists over the recent years. Is there anyone you especially admire?
I really love Marlouche from Isegrim.
Okay.
She has like such a positive and such a female attitude on stage. Like she never presents herself in any kind of theatrical fakeness or whatever, and I just love her vocals. She's a great singer. She's a very sympathetic woman, and I like her a lot. So I would probably pick her. And also, like, I feel she has a very unique in her own style. Like you could just say that's her. And yeah, she's a great vocalist.
As you're going to be winding up, Cripper, what can people expect from you guys live?
Everything. We're gonna completely destroy all the stages we're on. We are highly motivated to give our everything into this, knowing that these will be the last shows, and knowing that everyone else knows. I think it will also be kind of emotionally challenging here and there. You know what I mean? Like to let that go. And I'm looking forward to playing. I'm playing in Hamburg next week on Saturday, and so many people are coming, and of course so many people are coming because they know that they're probably gonna see us the last time then, and I'm really curious to see how that vibe will surround us there. But like, we're highly motivated, and we will put everything into these shows, of course.
4 words to describe Cripper. You could say that's enough, we've had enough, but can you give me 4 words to describe Cripper?
Dedicated, honest, energetic live band, hardworking.
Festival or small intimate gig?
Small intimate gig.
Okay, vinyl or digital?
Digital.
Beer or sauerkraut?
Beer.
Growling or howling?
Growling.
Okay, Bayern Munich or Borussia Dortmund?
Dortmund.
Donald Trump or Angela Merkel?
Angela Merkel.
Right, I was going to say or Daffy Duck, but you got in there before me. Okay. Do you have any final words for your fans and our listeners?
Well, thank you all for being with the band for so long, for supporting us, even though that we weren't able to play across the world as we would have loved to. Thank you for every moment that we could share and we can share with you. And yeah, our music will just live with us and will live on with you guys. So no reason to be sad. Hey guys, this is Britta from the band Cripper. Follow me into the fire with the metal gods. Meltdown!